Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Akila if you're new here. And today I'm going to be taking you through a flow that's going to be working into some pistol squats. So if you don't know, that's a one-legged squat. We are going to be doing a lot of work to get there, and if you're not a person that has pistol squats in your practice yet, don't worry, there will be options for you. So today I have 2 blocks for class. Those are going to be really helpful for bringing the floor a little bit closer to you and for having some support. If you're at home and you don't have any blocks with you, you can always use books of a similar size and shape. That always works. And other than that, you just need your mat and comfy clothes. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to find a supported Vinyasa squat. So you're going to find your block, or maybe 2, to sit on. Knees come wide. The hands are just going to come to the heart, and the elbows rest to the insides of the thighs. You can take the eyes to close here. Try and lengthen across the chest. Press the elbows into the knees. And start to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Just finding this peaceful moment. We're opening up into the hips here. Finding some length in the spine. Letting the sit bones melt down into the block. Feeling the support here. As you open up into the hips. The inhales lengthen the posture. The exhales press the elbows into the knees. You can take a gentle rock forward towards the balls of the feet if you'd like, opening up into the fronts of the ankles. So just keep in mind that today's practice, a lot of the poses we're going to be working into at their depth are going to require a lot of ankle mobility and a lot of hip and knee mobility as well. So like I said, I am going to give options if you're not quite there yet. So don't let that deter you from giving this practice a try. Just be careful with yourself, especially if you're a person that has sensitive knees. Just be very mindful as we move through the practice today. Next inhale, you can gently blink your eyes open and lift the hips. Place the block to the top of your mat. And we're going to come into a downward facing dog, pressing firmly into the hands, lengthening the spine. And we're going to take a very generous bend into the knees, lengthening the back. And on your exhale, you're going to take the right knee into the chest, coming forward into a plank pose. Inhale, bending the knees, finding that downward facing dog. Lots of flexion in the hips. Exhale, taking the left knee into the chest, pulling it forward, finding that plank pose with the knee in. Inhale, hips pull up and back, bending into the knees, finding that crouched down dog. And exhale, bending into the right knee, pulling it into the chest, finding your plank. Inhale, step it back, downward facing dog, bending generously into the knees. And exhale, left knee pulls into the chest, coming forward into your plank pose. And inhale, step it back, finding your downward facing dog with that really deep bend into the knees. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, maybe you straighten into the legs any amount in your down dog. On your next inhale, you're gonna take the right foot to step forward in between the hands, and we're gonna find a low lunge. Maybe the fingertips come to blocks here. The back leg is stretching as long as you possibly can, energy through the crown of the head. And exhale, you can step the left foot to meet the right foot, coming into a chair pose. Fingertips can stay to the block or the arms can reach up. Inhaling deeply here. And on your exhale, your left toes are going to step to the back of the mat, finding your low lunge on the other side. And then you're going to plant the hands, step the left foot back, finding your downward facing dog. So we're just going to walk through this a few times. So on your inhale, your left foot steps forward between the hands, finding a low lunge. Exhale, right foot steps to meet the left, finding a chair pose. Exhale, left foot steps to the back of the mat. And then stepping the right foot back, downward facing dog. And we'll take that one more time on each side. Inhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge, power through the back leg. Exhale, hands plant, downward facing dog, left foot steps back. Inhale, left foot steps forward, finding that low lunge. Exhale, feet together, chair pose. Inhale, left foot steps back, finding your low lunge. Exhale, hands to plant, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, you're going to look forward between the hands, bend into the knees. Take a bunch of little steps, making your way to the top of the mat, finding a forward fold. Inhale rolls you up all the way to stand, arms reach up and overhead. And exhale, the hands are going to come through the heart, down by the side, finding Tadasana. The arms reach up and overhead on the inhale. And then we fold the chest down over the legs as you exhale. Inhale to find length in the spine. And exhale, bending into the knees as much as you need to plant the hands. Step the feet back, finding your plank pose. And the belly button draws up towards the spine, as if there was a string on the back of your belly button pulling it up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, you can lower all the way down to the belly. On your inhale, maybe the chest peels from the floor, finding a baby cobra for a back bend. Tops of the feet press into the floor. And exhale, let the chest release. Tuck the toes. Take it up and back through a tabletop. Tucking the toes and lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Filling the lungs here. And as you empty the lungs, maybe the heels traction a little bit closer to the floor. Next time we fill the lungs, the eyes look forward to the hands, and then we step or hop, finding our way to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, finding length in the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, this time find chair pose, arms reach up, sitting the weight back into the heels. Legs squeeze together. One more breath here. And on the exhale, hands come through the heart, legs straighten, arms come down by the sides, Tadasana. Inhale, arms float up overhead. And we exhale, fold forward. Inhale, ripple through the spine to find length. And exhale, bending the knees to plant the hands to the floor. And you can step back or hop back to a chaturanga if you'd like to. If you're hopping back, we want to make sure that you arrive with bent elbows as your feet meet the back of the mat. Inhale, pulls you through for your back bend, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. The inhale looks forward. Exhale, bends into the knees and makes the way to the top of the mat for a forward fold. Inhale, find some length in the spine. Maybe hands come to shins or thighs. And exhale, we waterfall over the legs. Inhale, bending into the knees to find a chair pose. Weight is in the heels. Legs are hugging in towards one another. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we come all the way to the stand. Hands come by the sides for Tadasana. Inhale, lungs fill, arms reach. And exhale, we fold over the legs. Inhale, ripples through the spine to lengthen. And as we exhale, planting the hands and making our way to chaturanga, either stepping or hopping back. Finding your low push-up. Inhale pulls you through for an upward facing dog. And the exhale lifts the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And just take a few breaths to settle in here. Maybe the heels fall more towards the floor as the backs of the legs open. The tailbones shine up towards the ceiling. Weight into each of your fingertips. And then next inhale, we're gonna take the right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Lots of energy through the toes here. And exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest, stepping the foot through, finding a low lunge here. Maybe you find your fingertips to the blocks. And we are going to step the left foot forward to find a chair, but we're going to take a slight variation this time. So when you come into your chair, just the ball of the left foot comes to the floor. So the majority of your weight is in the right foot. And then the left toes are just perched on the ball of the foot here. Inhaling deeply. And as you exhale, wrapping the fingertips around the front of the left knee and pulling the left knee in towards the chest as you come to stand. Pressing firmly and intentionally down into the right foot, compressing into the front of the left hip. Shoulders draw down and back. And the next time you exhale, you're going to take the left knee into just the left hand. Right hand can come to the hip and open the left knee. Finding the external rotation in that left hip. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, take the knee back through the center and hinge forward as the left leg reaches back, coming into a warrior three. Energy through the back toes, fingertips can come to your blocks. Engaging the left glute to lift the left leg. Inhaling deeply and intentionally here. And on the exhale with control, we bend into the right knee. Left toes float all the way to the mat. And when they arrive, the back foot pivots open to face parallel to the back edge of the mat. Arms windmill open, finding a warrior two. Right knee pulls back, so if you gaze down, you can see the big toe on the inside of the right knee. Arms reach out wide, feeling your entire wingspan here. On the inhale, you're going to straighten into your right knee, reach the right arm up and back. Left hand can come to the outer left thigh for reverse triangle. And on the exhale, readjusting the back foot so you can bend into the left knee, finding your Skandasana. Inhaling wide across the chest here. And as you exhale, taking it to face the back of your mat, finding your low lunge, planting the hands and stepping the feet back, finding your downward facing dog. We inhale, rippling this chest forward into a plank pose. And exhale, lowering down through a chaturanga. Inhale, pull through to find your back bend, upward facing dog. Pecs pulling forward here. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back, finding your downward facing dog. And we just walk the hands to the back of the mat to meet the feet. Coming into a forward fold here. And we're just going to sneak our blocks back with you to the front, the new front of your mat. And you're going to find your downward facing dog here. Inhale, the left toes are going to reach up and back for your three-legged dog, pressing into the hands. Exhale, bend into the left knee, pull it through to the chest, finding a low lunge here. Fingertips can come to your blocks, chest pulls forward. And again, we're gonna find that little perch in your chair pose. So stepping the right foot to meet the left on the ball of the foot here. 90% of your weight into your left foot, 10% in your right. And then you're gonna wrap your fingertips around the front of the right leg as you press into the foot to stand. Inhaling, pulling the shoulders back. Exhaling, feeling the compression of the right hip. And take one more breath in here. And on the exhale, we're gonna open the right knee out towards the right side. Feeling all four corners of the left foot pressing into the mat. The next inhale you take will take the knee back through the center and reaching the right leg back behind you, finding a warrior three. Fingertips can come to the block. Finding the shoulders squared towards the floor, energy out through the top of the crown of the head. And on the exhale, bend deeply into the left leg so that the right toes can float to find the mat. And when they arrive, you'll flip open, finding your warrior two. Left knee tracks over the left toes. The next inhale you take will straighten into the front leg. Reach the left arm up and back, finding your reverse triangle. And then as we exhale, just readjusting the right heel to turn inwards so you can bend to the right knee, coming into your Skandasana. One more inhale here. Keeping the chest open. And then exhale, flip up onto the back toes, coming into your low lunge, stepping the right foot back, finding your downward facing dog. When you arrive in your down dog, you'll ripple from the base of the spine all the way forward into your plank pose. And exhale, bend at the elbows, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, pull through, finding your upward facing dog. And then exhale, reach the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And we'll just walk the hands to the back of the mat, finding your forward fold. Letting the head hang down heavy. Maybe hands come to the backs of the legs. Just a brief moment to melt down here. And then take your blocks with you as you walk the hands back forward, coming into your downward facing dog. And this next little sequence that I'm going to take you through is very similar to the one that we just did, but it's going to be adding in some quite challenging options, including the pistol squat. So you are more than welcome to just take the exact same flow that we just did and just continue to work on that unilateral strength. Finding that kind of lopsided chair and really working on trying to get as much of the weight into one foot as possible. So on your next inhale, your right leg is going to reach up and back, finding your three-legged dog. Exhale, bend into the knees, pull that right knee through, finding your low lunge. Chest pulls forward. Maybe fingertips are to blocks. And then this time, if you're with me, rather than coming into that chair, you're going to pull the left leg all the way through and extend the left leg out in front, finding a pistol squat. Maybe the left peace fingers wrap around the left big toe. And if you're feeling strong here, maybe you press firmly into the right leg, coming all the way up to stand, keeping the grip on the left toes. Inhaling deeply here. And exhale, we open the left leg out to the left. Trying to keep the hips level here. Really plugging the left shoulder into the back. And then your next inhale will bring you back through the center. Release the foot, bend into the knee, and hands can come to heart or the blocks, finding that warrior three, left leg extends back. Big breath in through the nose here. And on your exhale, bend into the right knee so you can float the left toes to the back of the mat. And when they arrive, they pivot so that the left edge of the foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Finding your warrior two. Sinking into the bend of that front knee. Arms reach wide. Inhale, straightens into the front leg as you reach up and back, finding your reverse triangle. And exhale, readjusting the left heel inwards so we can bend into the left knee, find a Skandasana. Inhaling broad across the chest here. And on the exhale, we flip onto the back toes, finding the low lunge facing the back of the mat. Left foot steps back, finding a downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, rippling the spine forward, finding a plank pose. And exhale, we lower chaturanga. Inhale pulls you up and forward for your upward facing dog. And exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. And walk the hands back towards the feet, just for a little forward fold here. If you'd like this time, you can place the palms of the hands underneath of the feet if they reach. Maybe giving a little massage to the palms of the hands. It's not very often that the hands get a break. Let everything release towards the floor. Exhales open up through the hamstrings. We'll release the hands if you have them under the feet, and find your blocks to take them with you as you walk back out to your downward facing dog, facing the new front of your mat. And on your inhale, taking your left leg up and back, finding your three-legged dog. Exhale, pulls the knee in towards the chest, finding your low lunge with your left leg forward. And again here, you can come to that lopsided chair pose, or if you feel ready for it, you can thread the right foot all the way through, finding your pistol squat. Maybe the right peace fingers come around the right big toe. And from here, if you'd like to try pressing into the left leg to come all the way to stand, keeping the grip on the right toes. Inhale, right shoulder plugs back. And exhale, we open the right foot out towards the side. If this is too much on the hamstring, you can of course take that bent knee variation we did in the last sequence. Next inhale comes back through the center. Release the foot, bend into the right knee, and hands come to heart or blocks for your warrior three. Extending the right leg back with intention, with strength. One more breath in here. And exhale, we bend into the left knee so much that the right toes tap the mat, and when they arrive, they pivot open into your warrior two. Filling the lungs here. And as you exhale, maybe find a little bit more bend into the front knee. On the inhale, we straighten into the left leg, reach up and back, finding your reverse triangle. And the exhale bends into the right knee, readjusting the foot as you need to find your skandasana. Back towards the front of your mat. Next breath in takes you to that low lunge. And step the right foot back, finding your downward facing dog. One last opportunity to Vinyasa here. So rippling forward from the base of the spine if you'd like to your plank. And exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, pulling through, finding your upward facing dog. And exhale, hips reach up and back, downward facing dog. I'm just gonna walk the hands to the back of the mat. And when you arrive there, finding your blocks, which are conveniently there for you, you're gonna bend into both knees deeply and come up onto the balls of the feet. And we're gonna play a little bit here with toe stand. So I like to have the blocks next to my hips on the highest height so I can have a little bit of balance. Option here, if you're feeling good, you can extend the right leg out in front of you and balance here. Maybe hands come to heart or lift up overhead. Option 3, you can cross the right ankle over the left knee and come into this figure 4 variation. And again, if you'd like to play with taking the hands to the heart or above the head, you can. And once you've had enough time to play, just unravel that leg, take the feet to meet. You can take a little pedal from side to side. And you can give it a go on the second side. So balancing on your right toes this time. Left leg has the option to reach out in front. And you can test your balance here. And if you're feeling really good with that, you can cross the left ankle over the right knee and come into your figure 4 toe stand. Whoop. We all have one side that's a little bit easier than the other. So if you are finding it really difficult on one side, no worries, it's very normal. And once you're done with playing with that, you can just extend the legs, let the head fall towards the floor, and come into a forward fold. And just walk the hands back out, finding your downward facing dog. And the knees can just drop here and cross over the ankles. Just extend the legs out long in front of you. And then you can roll all the way down, finding yourself reclined on your back. And from here, bending at the knees, planting the feet to the floor. We'll just take that figure four reclined now. So crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. And just lifting the right foot from the floor, lifting this whole stack. And then if you'd like to, you can thread the hands through to take behind the hamstring of the right leg or in front of the shin. And letting everything relax down here. Opening into your left outer hip. And letting your body know that it's time to start slowing down. And letting the nervous system know that the exertion is over for now. And from here, just take your right foot to plant back towards the floor and just scooch the hips a little bit over to the left side of your mat. And let the thighs cross together, so left thigh is coming over the right into an eagle leg. And letting that whole stack of the knees fall over towards the right. Gaze can come towards the left, arms out to a T. Finding your twist. And just unraveling the spine here. Rinsing out any residual tension. And then we'll gently take the knees back through the center. Unraveling the legs, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into that figure four on the second side. So fingers can interlace either behind the hamstring of the left leg or in front of the shin. Feeling that opening into the outer right hip. Letting the right knee fall out towards the side. And on your next breath, releasing your grip on the left leg, planting the left foot to just scooch the hips over towards the right edge of your mat. Crossing the right thigh over the left, and then letting the stack of the eagle legs fall over to the left side of the mat. Arms can reach out wide. Gaze can come over towards the right shoulder. Coming into that twist on the second side. And letting the right shoulder melt towards the floor. Relaxing deeply. And then we'll take the stack of the knees back in towards the center, unraveling the legs, readjusting the hips and taking the knees in for a hug. Just a little wiggle side to side to reset the low back. then when you're ready, you can release the arms and the legs long, finding a Savasana. And I want you to find a position that is extremely comfortable for you, one that you feel like you can rest in for a few moments here to close out the practice. I want to say a massive thank you to you for choosing this video and practicing with me today. And I'm just going to leave you in silence for a few minutes here so you can absorb all the benefits of the practice. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Starting to reawaken the breath here. Drawing your attention back to the length of your inhales and your exhales again. You can give a little wiggle into the toes here and bend at the knees, planting the feet to the mat, maybe windshield wiper the knees side to side. Just a few times in each direction. Nice and gentle and slow. And when the knees fall to the next side, just let them carry you to your side into a fetal position. And keeping the eyes closed here, we're just going to press up into a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed here. Hands can come to rest on the lap or meet at the heart once you've arrived. And together we'll take one more inhale together through the nose. A little buoyancy at the top of the breath before you let it out through the mouth. Exhale, sigh it out. And you can gently blink your eyes to open. Come back to the room. And you can move on to the rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, please give them a like and please subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you again next time.